the children who were sold. When innocence is sold. Maria Alvarez was 12 years old when her world collapsed. She lived with her mother in a small rural town in South America, a place where poverty wrapped itself around every home like a constant fog. Her mother worked long hours in a textile shop, earning barely enough to pay for food. Still, Maria remembered those years as peaceful. Quiet mornings, warm dinners, and the comforting sound of her mother humming while folding clothes. That peace didn't last. When Maria's mother fell seriously ill, the medical bills began piling up. Hospitals asked for payments they simply didn't have, and the small community could not offer more than moral support. As her mother's condition worsened, a stranger arrived in town. He introduced himself as Señor Delgado, a man who claimed to run a charity organization that helped poor families send their children to better schools in the capital. He came with papers, promises, and a polished smile. Maria didn't understand everything he discussed with her mother, but she understood the tears. Her mother held her hand tightly that night and whispered, "You will have a better life than this, my little one." 2 days later, Delgado returned. Maria's mother, pale and trembling, signed a final set of documents. Maria was told she would go to the city for school, and that she could return home after her mother recovered. She kissed her mother goodbye, never imagining it would be the last time. The capital was not what she expected. Instead of a school, she was taken to a gray building where several other children her age sat silently on metal benches. No one was smiling. No one was told when they would see their families again. Their documents were taken, and the staff spoke to them like merchandise, numbers instead of names. Maria overheard the truth only weeks later. Delgado's charity organization was a front for a trafficking ring that sold children to wealthy families abroad. Some were forced into domestic labor, others into illegal jobs. Maria's fear grew each day as she watched children being taken away by strangers, never returning. But Maria wasn't alone. A young social worker named Luciana had noticed irregularities in adoption papers submitted by Delgado's group. Something felt off. Forged signatures, identical medical reports, impossible timelines. She began her own quiet investigation, searching for patterns the authorities had ignored. One evening, Luciana followed a delivery that she suspected belonged to the organization. It drove to the same gray building where Maria was held. Luciana watched from across the street, her heart pounding, as she wrote down the address and contacted federal investigators. The raid happened at dawn. Maria remembered the sound of boots running through the hallway, the shouts, and then, finally, the words she prayed for. "You are safe now." She was led outside into the sunlight, wrapped in a blanket, trembling but alive. Dozens of children were rescued that day. Delgado and his associates were arrested, and the investigation uncovered a trafficking network operating across 3 countries. But Maria's story wasn't over. She learned that her mother had passed away only a week after she was taken. Grief swallowed her, and for months she spoke to no one. Yet Luciana stayed by her side, visiting her in the rehabilitation center, helping her learn to trust again. Over time, Maria began attending school, this time a real one, and soon discovered a passion for writing. Years later, Maria published her first book, documenting her survival and honoring the children who were never found. It became a powerful testimony that helped strengthen anti-trafficking laws in her country and inspired programs to protect vulnerable families. Maria often said she survived because one adult refused to look away. Her story became a reminder that darkness grows where silence lives, and that even a single human act of courage can save a life.